And now's the part where I go and check if the voice is coming through. I think there has been a Windows update. We love Windows updates here. Okay, it's coming through at least. So now I have to ask, now that it's been 20 days, basically 21 days, who remembers what we did last time?
I have a bit.
I think we sort of technically killed a kobold, but didn't.
Well, I've got my notes if you want me to go through them.
Thank you, you precious boy.
So we found a sole survivor cranium rat, and we decided to take him in and lead him around to places. But before we went in that proper, we started investigating the Hic sunt Draconis chanting that was going on. Alex spoke with Gerald Falwell, the priest, brother, monk, whatever, father, abbot of the church, to get some more information about that. Somebody temporarily mind controlled one of the acolytes, who then used a spell to announce that over the town. Looking for some more information, we found out that there is a ritual that you can use to go into people's minds. And Alex was a little cagey with the details, but he basically asked if it would be possible for members of the church to do it. And Gerald said, with the proper materials and preparation and availability, that yes. So one of the angles we were thinking about doing was basically go into the mind of the rat so that we could use it as material evidence in the case. We had a second meeting with Gilbert Theory Coinson, who is how should I put this? He is a figure from Alex's past that Alex has no love for at all. And in that meeting, Gil tried to basically have a secret conversation with one of the wizards on the council. Is that the name used? Is it the council?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. So the problem is that he was acting all shady and pretending to be one of the default cowboy men. And they wanted us to go into one of those 4x4 dimensional rooms through a chalk door in the wall. And in a surprising moment of rudeness from Alex, he dispelled the disguise on the on the wizard counselor.
Magnificently.
Yeah. And
it was beautiful.
Gil spat his tea in Alex's face, and Alex used prestidigitation to clean himself up, and said, "I have no interest in discussing something unless it's in a public or documented area." And the counselor said, "Reach out to Counselor Lariah to schedule the meeting." And then after that, we went to the hydroponics lab to fake Tar Coldtail's death. We went in, he summoned a demon and had everybody drugged. And we managed to pull off our plan of hitting him with the fake death scroll. Luckily, he did not die because Kuka critted him.
With a knife.
Yeah. He did a crit strike on the guy, which helped sell the death. But yeah, we killed the demon, killed the the drugged up guys, and then just fake disposing of the bodies, so that way they wouldn't be able to find Tar's body. And then we met up with Tar later to kind of get some more information and set him on his way. And he also clarified some things. He said that all the kobolds are being controlled by Ratim, the ones with the glowing red eyes and stuff, and that they're probably all like this, except for the ones with the dragon eye amulets, who are considered too important to become, like mindless soldiers, so to speak. And Alex gave Tar a letter of introduction so that he could not get questioned, or at least immediately hurt when going to the Presley estate. And then he told us to check the other stores if we could for more evidence. And that's what I got.
That's excellent.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And now I gotta ask, what's the plan?
Well,
Technically, you could talk to Rajra now, but the other two things would probably be the next day.
yeah, we could wrap up Rajra, because we also got the deed from Tar. We could try going to some of the places we haven't gone with our cranium rat buddy. Although the only places we can think of at the moment are likely to induce PTSD flashbacks. We can go ahead and start beating down the doors of the other stores. And we can schedule a meeting with Mr. Counselor Loraya. But I would think Alex would want to do some research as well as get a gauge on him. Like, how far up Ratim's ass is he, for example, Is he corrupt? Those kind of things. And we still need to come to a final decision about what to do with the Abenic hat. Like, do we want to leverage it for evidence? Do we want to give it to Torkel? Or what?
What is the Abner cat?
The warpstone, the yellow cake.
Oh, the thing that will probably kill us if we hold on to it too long.
Yeah, if we ever open
in
the
a lead case.
If we ever open it, everything is fucked.
By the way, that reminds me. What? Don't. What? What did I fuck up on this one? I think I have to make it active. And then show it. There you go.
Deeply hollow. A cured depression. We're gonna work on it. So apparently I can't just pay for a little rat friend to cure depression. That's not how people work. Or rats. Kuka is like the expert on rats, but I will learn your affliction, dear friend. You can't understand me right now, but I'm working on it. I don't think speak with animals is a divine spell.
Someone had it, right?
Might be.
Kuka can just talk to them. I don't think
Well, that too.
Yeah.
I'd assume Kuka was translating or something.
Speak with animals is a primal spell,
Yeah, only
Only?
primal, right?
according
Only
to
primal.
PF2E
Wow.
tools.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but what about speak with stones? That's
Also,
divine.
Yeah, well, if I can petrify the rat first and then do speak with stone,
You have to find a basilisk
what spell?
first.
Yeah, I don't think there are spells that. There is no flesh to stone in this
I
setting,
think
is
there
there?
is. I think there's flesh to stone and stone to flesh, and they're also
The-
both divine. I think
Are they? Let me check. Time to check.
there's also speak with plants, which is everything but arcane for some reason.
yep, flesh to stone and stone to flesh are 6th level spells, and they are arcane and primal and divine and primal? Huh. Oh, primal is for, or divine is for stone to flesh to cure it, but arcane to turn something living to stone.
Okay, so I can unstone someone, but I can't stone someone.
Hmm.
You want to get stoned?
I mean, I have
reasons.
drugs. Don't worry, little friend. I don't know what rats have. Let me roll a nature check. What do rats? I could just ask Kuka, but
Or
he's not here.
actually, Alex could help you with that.
Mr. Gator, the rat is depressed. I wish to give it treats. What do they like to eat?
Would it be nature because it's a rat, or would it be like
Absolute. Oh yeah, that's true.
occultism because it's a cranium rat?
It would be nature because it's a rat.
Here, check out mine. This is
Would
mine.
having a effective lore skill in rats be better than just rolling nature?
For you, probably because you have int.
Yeah. Okay. Would it be? Is it trained? Would it be trained DC
It
for it?
it's basically trained. Yeah.
I'm not trained at all, so I'm like, oh, fucking burgers. Do they have burgers here? People like
I'll
burgers.
just roll undead lore
Oh yeah, that's the one you already
because
have.
it's trained. Oh, that's supposed to be hidden.
That's fine.
Still better than Gar. What was the question again?
what what treats can best improve this rat's disposition in terms of like mentality? How do I cure its depression with food? I can't buy it rat prostitutes. That's
I
not a
think
thing.
I think last time you got it like a grooming kit and everything.
Yeah, I groomed it last time, I think. Oh yeah, I also have like food. I don't think I bought treats. Oh yeah, they gave me like some medication for it as well in a dropper. Yeah, for to help make it healthier. Well, I'm a
You have that in
devil.
your
I've never
inventory
cared.
somewhere.
No, I can put it. I can write it. Just rat grooming kit, rat health, rat wellness. I'll call it a rat wellness kit. I'll put in equipment. Just a custom thing. New equipment. Rat wellness kit.
But other than that, I think rats would eat basically anything that you would eat.
But what do they enjoy is the question.
You know, what do you enjoy?
Oh shit, I don't know. Souls?
Because rats will even fucking drink
No.
alcohol and get wasted and not die from it
Well,
like other
true.
animals.
Yeah, I tried to give him some actually.
Give him some Cremella Edgar.
Oh, I hope
I
there's
love that shit.
no sleeping pills in it. Or whatever. Sleeping medicine that Edgar put. Does that make it tastier?
Fucking no acetaminophen in there. No blood thinners.
Nope, no rat poison. I'm gonna give you a bit of this, and I can't remember what the specific liquor in it is. I think it's just ale. Oh no, it was some sort of expensive fucking shit.
I do not remember.
I thought the super expensive wine we had as a different item entirely.
Yeah, no, it wasn't based off that one. It was just
Oh,
like
it was a different one. I don't
yeah,
remember
bottomless
that one.
the liquid. Yeah, the liquor. I think he had liquor in it, or it was
Oh, the
yeah,
bottomless stein. Yeah.
yeah. Because you pick what it is, I believe, at creation. Yeah, it's determined what's in it. Oh, yeah, it's just a kind of ale. Also, yeah, I don't really know anything about alcohols. I'm just saying like whatever is a high class one because Garma has taste. It's weird taste.
Either way,
Also,
the rat
do
remains
yeah.
depressed,
He's depressed but drunk now. They're there.
just like normal
Oh
people.
boy.
Can I buy him actually like a little helmet slash thimble or
Well, let's
something
add
for his?
depressants to the depressed one.
I don't know how this works. I've never dealt with anyone with depression since Garma.
Oh god. Can we go shopping real quick or
Yeah.
something? Can
Can
I
I?
buy a freaking wand of speak with animals that let you talk to this damn thing?
I
You really
can't.
couldn't.
Yeah, I still.
What level was
Oh,
Speak with Animals
you
again?
can.
2.
Yeah, you can cast it because you have primal spells, right?
I can trick magic item for primal
Oh,
spells.
even better.
Yeah, let me
Me
drag a
too.
wand onto your sheet just to see how much it would cost.
Already have 2.
Yeah,
It
it's a
would
second level one,
cost
right?
160.
Pricey for talking to Rat when Kuka's right here.
Yeah, but in the future we will maybe find more animals or some
Yeah, that's true.
whatever.
It'll definitely be
Yeah,
useful later, and
it
it's
will
Kuka
not
be.
just
can
rats.
only speak to
Only rats.
vermin, I think.
Okay, only vermin. What counts
Oh,
as
okay.
vermin?
So rats and capybara.
Squirrels,
Nutria,
uh, moles.
chipmunks.
Okay, it says beavers, mice, porcupines, rats, squirrels.
Okay,
It's
beavers,
rodents.
huh?
Yeah,
Okay, just rodents. That makes sense.
I think
So
capybara are rodents, aren't they?
they
So
are. They're the biggest rodent.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
so chill.
technically, but yeah, they technically are.
There's nutria, which are just they look like enormous rats.
prairie dogs, guinea
Prairie dog.
pigs, hamsters, rabbits, hares, and pikas.
I hear
Oh, they were
meerkats are
once one of
assholes.
them, but not anymore. Okay.
Oh, they're not. Meerkats aren't rodents, right? They're marsupials.
I think so.
Not marsupials. Fucking what? Some weasel family.
Mustelids.
Yeah, mustelids.
It is a mongoose.
Whoa. Why do they call it a meerkat? It's not a cat, nor is it merely a cat.
Comes from the Dutch name for monkey. Now it's even worse.
Why?
It's a combination of mere, lake, and cat, which still doesn't make sense because they're not aquatic.
Lake cat.
Le cat.
Hmm. Okay. Um, Question for the party. Do you think it'd be good to meet with Shartar to catch up with him? Shartar is the brother of Ratim.
Maybe. What shall we talk to him about?
Um, what to do with Zilf and Torkel, as well as what to do with the Abinate cat, perhaps?
Right. Very well. I think that's a good lead. It's either that or we go to Rajira, right?
Yeah, I don't know how long it would take to set up a meeting with Shartar, so
Right. We should probably set that up first, and then while we're waiting, we can deal with the others.
sounds good to me.
Sweet.
I'll say come back in an hour for Shartar, and then meanwhile you can go to Rajira, the other side of town.
Hell yeah.
Did you put the rat in here again? Yes, you did. Okay. Hide that then.
We also need to start looking around town for bombs. Now that I think about it.
Bombas.
La Bomba? Sar Bomba?
Hopefully not. You got to go on top of the mesa to fight Sarbamba, and then you just run around him really fast and pick him up by the back and throw him off.
Well, you can't throw him off. You have to throw him on the mesa. Otherwise, he just jumps back up.
Then he taunts you.
He goes, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Says you're cheating.
And then you say, "So long, gay Bowser." But
And then
yes,
you have a foot race.
if you go to the jewelry store, all you have to do is merely flash the document, and they'll go into the back, and then you'll quickly be ushered into there with her. Unless you have any other plans.
I mean, are we interested in asking her anything? Or
I had to look it up because I forgot, by the way, but the deal was you
Yeah,
get her
same.
this, and she gives you information on somebody that works in the courthouse, which you now already know. And
yeah,
then, as a bonus, I know she was going to give you info on. Now I've already forgotten what it was. God damn it.
Yeah. My question is this actionable info, right? Can we use it in court, or will it help us in our investigation? I guess
She
that's
was
what I'm
going
trying
to
to figure
send
out.
you to the dude in the courthouse, which would be the one that you could get actionable help from.
Sweet. Okay, that's good. That's progress.
yeah, she's going to send us to Zilf then.
That guy's the guy's name sounds like a slur. So
He's
Zilf?
Zilf?
Zilf.
Because you
That's what
touch
you
your
call.
Zilf at night.
Oh, like a dilf or
Yeah,
a
that's what
milf.
you call one step up from a gilf. It's a zilf.
Oh, a zilf.
Is a zombie I'd like to fuck?
So like an ultra gilf,
Yes.
Oh,
a mortal gilf.
A ghoul I'd like to fuck? Now that I've ruined that.
cool.
By the way, just walking around town would be enough for. What? There's no heal button anymore?
Where'd it go?
Okay, well, that's
It used,
unfortunate.
it used to be so convenient.
Fucking. Do I have to do actual dice now? No, it's just not there. Okay. That
Weird.
sucks.
Does the setting change or?
It
It
might
could be
be.
a setting change.
That's what I noticed, I guess, from um from Malachi's game when I was rolling dice. I couldn't just click heal anymore.
That's
If you right
probably.
click, there's apply healing as an
Yeah,
option.
yeah. If you right click it though, there is apply healing. It's not a button.
Okay, well, that's lame because that's how it was in um 5e, and one of the reasons why it was getting annoying to do because there was no buttons anymore.
Buttons are so simple and easy. Maybe there's a mod that fixes it.
But anyways, whenever you get in there, um, she'll give you the info of Ziltoftar, the one that works in the courthouse. And what is your response to that, since you already know him and have met him now?
Hmm. Are we? I guess we would. I
Oh,
guess we would ask.
real
Sorry.
quick, I remembered what the other thing was. The first thing was that she was going to speak to you about things in another location because you guys were planning on fucking kidnapping her and going somewhere. So instead, she was going to give you a means of which to communicate with her so you could actually have actionable info. And then number two, to sweeten the deal, was to tell you of the dude in the courthouse.
Well, I would want to ask, what can we do with Zilf to
Yeah.
either earn his cooperation or remove him from the picture?
I can explain to you that after we get into a situation where we can talk unimpeded.
As I expected. So, what does she say or give to facilitate conversation?
There is one way that she can teach you over the course of an hour through the help of someone else. To remember what it's called, I have it down here. There we go. She will tell you that you can stay with this person for an hour while she does the preparations for the other stuff. So, do you want to acquiesce?
Is this person just another kobold, or is
They are, yes.
she trying to teach us like a spell or something?
Something like that.
Interested in knowledge, but I don't know if everybody else needs to stick around other than for safety reasons.
If everybody sticks around, they will get something of worth. If that changes your opinion, it's
Well,
something
You
that
had
benefits
me.
everyone.
all right.
Now I'm going to drag this one by one, starting with Abner.
Yeah, interesting.
Archetype.
So in other words, we can charade back and forth to each other.
We're getting a feat.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, crude communication.
And then at 15, if Gator gets society maxed, because I figure he's going to be the only one that would do that, you don't even have to make a check. It just happens.
Nice.
Excellent. Beautiful.
Soon he'll be able to see everything.
And then after that, you get a nice little trip to the courthouse. Wow. Imagine that. And in the courthouse, Mr. Gator, in there they have runes inscribed on some of the walls that protect against scrying effects.
Oh, useful.
Yeah. So if we did want to have a private conversation in the courthouse, which is where we should meet Counselor Lariah, then, if that's the case.
In this case, you're led to what is essentially a domed area in, I would say, the middle of the building, but it's on both sides of the middle of the building because it's got two domes in the center of it. Um, a nice little, not padded room. It's not that kind of room, but it is cushioned and upholstered and all the things like that, with very bright runes on the wall. And Mr. Cater, this is an area where you can conduct not interrogations in the police sense,
Discussions.
but interrogations in the legal sense.
Deposition.
There you go. And you have her for. She will have a little watch with her and pull it, or turn it around to the back and pull a little notch around the back in a full uh, clockwise or counterclockwise circle to start a timer on the front of it. You have 1 hour of which to ask any questions of her that you would like, unimpeded.
All right.
Leave that to you.
All right. First order of business. What's Zilf's connection? What can we do to earn his cooperation or remove him as a factor?
She will get comfy and cross her legs because she knows it's gonna be a while, and tell you that he's basically the grunt work for keeping all the things clandestine. Um, unless you have orders from Scartoli himself to tell him that he has more work than I think anything to free him from his current predicament would probably be in his interest.
Okay.
You know, I've seen him work for 3 days straight before with nothing but coffee on his table. I'm sure he would enjoy having a little break every now and then.
So you're telling us to ask and find out. Okay. How about Torkel? Same questions.
Torkel, she's an eccentric one, I would say. Um, Last I heard from her myself, she was planning on getting out of this town, and I think I may have to join her in that situation. As for
Sounds
her
like you.
plans, from what I know, she has been trying to create some type of extract of some kind to. I've got too many notes on my screen. To get rid of our little infestation problem that I don't know if you've had the displeasure of being the victim of yet.
Witch infestation.
Oh, well, if you haven't seen it yet, then you'll definitely be able to see it around today. Seen any of the Scartolis walking around with different colors of eyes, matching their scales?
We have. You call that an infestation, though? It's typically reserved for vermin and pests, I would think.
Hmm. Do you have any experience with the seven hells? Actually, I think there's 9 in Pathfinder. Can anyone confirm? I have to look this up.
I think it is 9. There's 7 heavens, and there's 9 hells, maybe? I'm not sure. But
Let's
I'm a
see.
devil. I have devil lore.
9.
Avernus, Dis, Erebus, Phlegethon, Stygia, Malabulge, Coctis, Cana, and Nessus. So there is 9. So the 9 hells.
Oh, I don't actually have the. Oh, I do, but it's in
You're
my. It's in Inkblot. Yeah,
Yeah, Inkblot has it.
Inkblot has little fiendish bargain. Should I roll devil lore with Inkblot?
You could, yeah.
I'll do it as a blind for you.
By the way, Garm would probably be from Avernus, right?
What's that one entail? I guess.
Volcanic wasteland where souls assemble, are judged, and are sent to appropriate layers for eternal punishment.
Yep, that's where he is, and that's where they kind of bargain with him. he's uh he's like a hell attorney, which he's now stronger than. So his plan is working.
Um, Thanks to the Inkblot, you are very knowledgeable about the Hells, more so than you were when you lived there somehow. But Mr. Gator, if you'd like to try it, well, technically you have the same lore because you're trained in all lores. So
Okay.
This is why Mr. Gator is so good. My infernal knowledge is no match for him.
I have a very broad pool to draw from.
This was literally gifted to me by my infernal benefactors.
true. Garm is a nepo baby.
I think it was a reward for collecting souls. Big uns. Big souls. Nepo baby.
Just think if we get Ratim's soul for you.
Ooh. They'll like that. The weight of his sins. Delicious. Still counts as only 1, but they can do more with it.
Mr.
He's-
Gator, you are moderately familiar with the Hells, but you know that dealing with them is not a smart idea.
He side-eye garb.
Technically, you have not made a contract with Garmarum yet, so
This is
Yeah.
true.
I have to turn down the music now, only because there's lyrics messing me up. She will ask if you are familiar with the Vermlick, of which Gator definitely is. because you have a means to summon them.
Oh, it's in the book.
Oh, they're related to this.
Yeah, we could say yes. Toleran was summoning one.
I don't remember if I've given you guys an image of these yet before.
Like BDSM babies.
Yuck.
Oh no, those are the worms.
Skip.
I'm thinking of the chain demons. Yeah, they're the worms that infest corpses.
Well, it's not quite the same as the Vermlek. They're using some modified version that they insert into you. They don't exactly bore out your insides, but they do gain some form of control of you afterwards. Last I've heard, Torkel is trying to create something with the Weird Stone to force those creatures out of your body, but the results have not been good, to say the least.
I think I know what stone it is she's after.
Not good as in it leaves the body destroyed, or not good because it doesn't work.
It's less destroyed and more gooped.
Hmm.
I've not had to witness it myself, luckily, but she's mentioned them bursting and the mess continuing to crawl after it's evacuated itself.
Not good.
No, but that is interesting knowledge to know about. That's something that we should follow up with her when we speak with her. Um, let's see. What else did I want to ask? Oh, yes. What is going on with the skeleton dragon or the dragon skulls with rubies in the eye sockets?
Well, originally they were just meant to be, symbols of status. But it turns out, um, when she pulls out the dragon eye amulet from her gown and then continues, they are quite useful for telling the demon or the devils what house that they shouldn't intrude in as well. So we happen to make it one of those as well.
Award then?
Suppose you could call it that, but it's nothing magical about them.
Ah,
It's more of
I
a
see.
pact, I suppose.
A Passover contract. Got you.
This is giving
Typical
Alex
biblical
another.
stuff.
This is giving Alex another idea, though.
Chock full of those.
Yeah, because what if we were able to use them, leverage them in some way?
Go on.
For example, what if we are in court and we put one up in the courthouse or in the courtroom?
Do we do it secretly, or do we announce we're doing it so people know what we're doing?
Um, we don't need to hide it, but we don't really need to announce it either. But
Right.
depending on how the pact works, then that might reduce the amount of devil interference.
True. If we oh yeah. Oh, I thought we were going to use this evidence to root out whoever was in the court, being like, oh, they've been replaced by devils.
Well, I mean, that's another thing to think about as well is for my clarity, because I'm assuming that Rajira is speaking off the record. Like, she's not testifying
Correct.
formally. Right.
You're just using the room.
Yep. So, yeah, we, unless we can convince her to testify in court, which I don't think any of them want to do that because it sounds like they don't believe the court case. I'll actually just ask Rajira directly. Seems like you don't think that the court case will end in Ratim's favor.
Well, he has been doing a lot of greasing of palms behind the scenes. If you ever happen to wonder why the current judge on the case got to where he is.
Hmm. And his lawyer is facilitating that?
His lawyer may be. I don't know, actually.
Do you know Counselor Lariah?
Doesn't ring any bells, but I assume it's one of the wizards up in the chapel, right? Nobody else
Yeah.
says the word counselor in this God's forsaken city.
Yeah. Do you happen to know which counselors are persuaded already?
You mean bribed?
Or blackmailed?
I don't think Ratim has seen them as a threat yet, because as far as I know, all of the wizards believe that the law can fix everything on its own. Too naive to see that it can be easily manipulated.
What sort of manipulation is Ratim working on?
Working on. He's already gotten it. If it weren't for those wizards, the whole town would be his already. Now, if you really want to get back on him, then you should be talking to the wizards, not any of the lawyers or judges that happen to be around in this city. But if you can convince them, then maybe you can fix this whole deal. But good luck with that.
I suppose I should have clarified if you meant a particular legal or law or ordinance or something, or if you just meant more generally influence and power behind the scenes.
You mean with the upcoming case? Or just in general?
Both.
He has been greasing the wheels for this particular case. Maybe he's a little bit scared. But overall, town's already been in his hands for a couple decades now. It's amazing what money can buy, you know.
He owns the town, then what's the point of Hic sunt dracones? Is he truly a cultist? Or does he think that he can just leverage the devils for whatever his next end is?
That I don't know, but a little bit of demonic infusion definitely never hurt when trying to trying to capture an entire city.
What else to ask? What happened to Ratim's brother, Shartar?
In what way? You mean when he was banished? Because he didn't want to go along with the rest of the ideals?
Well, it doesn't sound like any of you want to go with the ideals, but sure, we can start with that.
Well, Ratim is a racial supremacist. He wants this whole rock all to himself and nobody else that isn't like him inside it. Shartar, however, is merely just in it for the money at first, until, the whole devil dealings started to happen. She got under his skin a little bit. Or rather, it didn't. There's no way he would let those things crawl into his mouth. And I don't blame him, she says, crossing her arms.
All right. So every kobold with glowing eyes is infected. Is there anybody else with dragon's eye amulets besides um I can't remember the name. It's like Din and who's the other guy? It's gonna be Din, Tar, Rajira, Torkel, Zilf, and then like one other guy that we know had amulets. He was one of the he was one of the two kobolds that was firebombing.
Yeah, we've also got several of those amulets for us, right? I think we have them in our inventory,
They're like all registered in the court as evidence, I think.
right?
But yeah. Okay, Gar, yeah.
Well, there is two that you got first, Din Swallowtail and Gar Flamescale. Din owned a cleaning shop, and Gar owned a laboratory that happened to get abandoned. He got very mad about that, which is why he ended up the way he did. The other one, there's not much upper advancement you can do just owning a cleaning shop. So I'm sure he also felt like he may as well go out in a fire. And of course, there's me, the jewelry shop, and there was Tar at the hydroponics. There's Zill that works as a lawyer in the courthouse. And then I don't know if I've mentioned the others. There is one Dal Sharpeye that owns a gun shop in the upper city here. Oh, that doesn't update in real time. Damn. Oh, never mind. I pushed the wrong button. There you go. Now it's there. And it has the X on it because I accidentally clicked that button instead. Um, you know what? I guess I should have been saying the ranks with these. So you've got 5th subordinate Din Swallowtail, 4th subordinate Gar Flamescale, 3rd subordinate Rajra Firetooth, 2nd subordinate Tar Coldtail, 1st subordinate Zil Tolftar. Then you've got the 2nd affiliate, calls herself Fate Weaver, type of pretentious bitch. Runs a
Wow.
laboratory in the Undercity. Who knows what she does there? Then there's the 1st affiliate, Dal Sharpeye, that owns the gun shop. Already said him. Then there's the 2nd chairman, Torkel Emberwind, that runs the apothecary. Boop, there's Fate Weaver. And then you've got Ratim's prized 1st chairman, Deacon Iron Shaper, that runs the mining and construction companies. I'd recommend you don't pick a fight with him, considering the type of equipment that he grafts onto himself willy-nilly. If you thought kobolds dug pretty fast on their own, you should see one with a pickaxe attached to their arm.
No, that's
Internally,
dedication.
Alex is wiping his claw down his face. Just think, oh my god. How many of these fuckers are there?
Oh, that's all of them, besides, the board leader himself.
Who's the 3rd subordinate? Was that Rajira?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I believe... Now let me fix this real quick. They're almost in the order of their fucking advancement is the word that I want to say, but they're already there, so they're not
placement
advancing.
Hierarchy.
There you go.
hierarchy works.
Din, Gar, Rajra, Tar, Zil, and then it is Fate Weaver. So go up, and then Sharp Eye, and then Torkoal, and then Deacon. Yes.
Hmm.
5 subordinates, 2 affiliates, 2 chairmen.
Okay. How about Fate Weaver and Doll then? And Deacon, for that matter.
Now, what about them?
Are any of them amenable? How would we work with them, I guess?
She thinks about it a little bit, and then just starts shaking her head. I think the highest up you'd be able to work with would be Torkoal. The rest you're just gonna have to find other ways around.
I see. If we were looking to find evidence, which would you suggest we start with?
Evidence of
Something that could be used in the court case.
Against them or against Ratim?
Ratim, of course.
Well, can't imagine you'd get much out of the gun shop or the construction company. If you haven't checked the cleaning shop yet, well, Din always was a bit of a, let's just say, dim-witted one. So it wouldn't surprise me if you could just find things out in the open. He always relied on cleaners to make everything right. And then she just smirks to herself and doesn't laugh, but does the blow of air through her nose and laughs at the cleaners in the cleaning shop.
If we wish to work with Torkel, how should we go about setting up a meeting to discuss such a thing?
Well, I imagine it would be pretty easy. You could just go talk to Zill, and he could probably get you a meeting with uh, maybe the wizards themselves. As you can imagine, in every organization, there has to be some type of rats. And then assuming Kuka is in here. I don't know if he would come or not.
Maybe he's hiding. We'll assume he's hiding.
I was going to say, I think Nakrad's hiding too right now because we're still dealing with Torkel.
Mm-hmm.
We happen to have 2 rats of our own. Or suppose it makes 3 now, but you know, I'm not official. Am I right? She says, glaring at Garmarum specifically.
Not official, he said.
Yes.
Are you not? What's she talking about? He's really bad at reading people, you see.
You need to make like an insight roll or wisdom check.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you being subtle with me? I used to be very good with subtlety. Here's my insight roll. You want a secret?
It probably doesn't matter because you don't know what
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
deception
I don't
DC
want.
is. So
I don't know what she's trying. Yeah, I fucking know what she's trying to say. What do you mean? What do you mean
Maybe-
not official?
Maybe I should roll
Oh
perception.
Jesus!
I'll go ahead and roll it.
Thank you. That's a very good roll.
oh yeah, that's a crit. In fact,
Oh damn!
she's assuming that she's going to get out of this without anyone knowing that it ever happened. which means that Ewans have to keep your mouth shut.
And by the other two, she means what? Din and Tar, or Din and Gar, actually.
Oh, I'm not Gar. I'm Garm.
Are you gonna ask?
No, I'm thinking
Well,
about it.
I think Garm is going to ask. I'm sorry. Could you be more specific? Double talk isn't my specialty. I have to be very concise and clear in the court of law.
Well, Zil was the easiest one to get to rat, considering that he never leaves the courthouse himself. And the other one just happened to want a way out without having to worry about anything herself. And last I heard, Torkoal was just going to try to make a deal and then brew up a bunch of invisibility potions herself and just leave town and never come back.
Yes? If it's my discretion you're talking about, of course. Client confidentiality and all that.
Well, if this was a deposition, there'd be a court recorder taking a transcription of everything. So
Stenographer.
sure.
What a fancy word.
So Alex is going to ask for some clarification.
On.
Kate Weaver, you said she has a lab in the Undercity? Do you know
Yeah.
where it is?
Well, it's one of the bigger ones, or one of the bigger ones down there, so it should be pretty hard to miss. But if you're going to go in there, I would suggest that you be extra careful, because I've heard that while she is blind, she can see straight through you to your soul itself. So it's not like you're gonna sneak up on her or anything.
Not much of a sneaker.
And while we're at it, I don't expect it would be a smart idea to try to start a fight with uh Dal either, considering that he will have not only a bunch of guns on him, but an entire store full of them.
Mm.
Any suggestions on dealing with them?
Well, normally I would suggest making all their underlings revolt against them, but you don't really have that option now, do you?
I think there may be a possibility.
Oh? Got a way to control devils now, do you?
You also mentioned Torkel's plan, right?
Huh? You mean the failing one, yes.
Perhaps that's something we can assist with then.
if you happen to be able to craft potions better than one of the best non-wizard alchemists here, then be my guest.
We know someone who might. Cut to Arson, who's dead in an alley.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily an issue of her skill, but we'll come to that later. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to ask. How about the nature of the scrying? Yeah. Where should we actually be careful with regards to scrying?
She just lifts up her necklace and wiggles it around in front of her a little bit, and then just lets it drop.
Did we give the hero point to Kuka? Can it go to someone else who's here?
That's true. I just let it go with the random one.
Yeah.
Are the amulets specifically being watched, or is it just the bearers of the amulet?
Congratulations, Carmrum. That was such an excellent idea that you got a hero point.
I'm such a good lawyer.
Well, they don't need to keep an eye on an amulet, now do they? Just need to keep an eye on the people who are wearing them.
That tracks. I think we did detect magic and they weren't magical.
Yes.
Let's see. Anything else I want to ask? Do you know anything about the kobolds?
I know that they're a pain in my ass sometimes. Throwing rocks through the windows, spray painting the walls. I guess it wouldn't be spray paint, it'd be normal paint. You know? Making awful rackets at night when I'm trying to work.
So just a nuisance then.
For me, sure. For the grunts that actually work on the ground, it's more of a, let's call it, fatal problem.
I see.
You know, the worst part about working with a bunch of idiots is that even if one of the ones that you hate happens to die, they just get replaced by someone just as bad.
Hmm. Do you know if any of the other associates, subordinates, or chairmen in particular are summoning demons or devils, or is this solely Ratim's purview?
Don't exactly know. Don't really want to ask or have anything to do with them.
Does the name Talrin Iron Mob mean anything to you?
Should it? Am I supposed to know that name?
I don't know. But if you don't, that's fine.
She just shakes her head.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? I've been kind of going at this for a while.
Oh, this is your deal. Anyone else?
Abner would be the only other one kind of around. Myself, I don't really know of what else to ask.
I don't think Abner would really have any questions in this regard.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think then the only thing to follow up on would be um, who Gar owned the lab. So you mentioned Gar owned a lab that was abandoned. Do you know more about that?
Well, it's all the way down in the aqueducts.
Do you know what he was
Oh,
working on?
I never bothered to ask, but it did sound odious, on the very least. Spoiler, Mr. Gator, you've been there.
yeah. So it
Yeah,
was
I knew that. I was being very careful not to expose that we knew about it, that we had already been there,
that
and that
we've
we had
been
already
there.
stolen the yellow cake. Last question that I think that I've got, and it's kind of a shot in the dark. You familiar with cranium rats?
Let me pull up what I had cranium rats be. I didn't, because you can't change that, I forgot. You know what? I'm not even going to do the roll. No, she does not. She has no int or wisdom skills.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I lied. She has one. That does not apply to rats.
Would you like me to provide visual uh, representation of it? Will it help?
Yeah, I mean, you got it.
This is name pending.
No, you named
I
him.
was gonna,
What the fuck did I name him again?
You named him Ichabod Crane.
Oh
Spelled,
yeah,
spelled like brain instead of
Ichabod
father.
Brain.
uh,
Oh yeah, Ichabod Crane, you rat.
That's why this quest is
Yeah, Icky for short. Yeah. Deeply hollow. Right. Oh my god, it makes even more sense. Ichabod Crane. Yeah. Deeply hollow because he's depressed. Don't worry, dear Icky. I know we can't understand each other, but just poke him out of my front pocket. This is a cranium rat.
she kind of just looks disgusted and says, "Don't let him go. I don't want any mess on my gown."
can't believe you have that in your suit jacket. What the fuck?
I made a little nest in the front pocket. It's where I normally keep my pens.
I touch his exposed brain gently, and it makes him coo.
I'm trying to get him a
Hope
cover
not.
for it.
I know, right?
I'm hoping to buy a cover for it, like Mojo Jojo.
Just drill it into his skull.
Gonna twist it on.
It's a light bulb cover.
So when he has an idea, he goes, beep.
Yeah. But I think that's all that I got. And I don't want to make this 2.5 hours of like asking Dub random questions. So
Well, whichever. If you think you've gotten everything you need, that's fine.
Rajra,
I'd
can
have
you
to.
give us the answer to the question of who is the primary antagonist?
I don't know, can't you?
No, she cannot.
Damn.
Unclear so far. Undead stuff was happening. This is going on.
Well,
I've died at least once.
well, like the undead was a separate thing. I'm pretty sure that it was a trade of services and goods going on.
Ah, the main villain was capitalism.
When isn't
True.
it?
So yeah, I have to go over everything to see if I could think of anything else. I think so.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'll just leave it here then. Thank you for your time.
With that, I have got a hydroponics lab to start up.
Indeed. Best of luck.
And now, what's the plan? What's the next plan? Oh yeah, Shartar, because it's been an hour. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to meet with Shartar. We want to meet with the council. We want to meet with Torkoal. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with the others. We want to meet with Zill as well. We have a lot of meetings.
Exciting.
I
What?
mean, that tends to happen before a court case.
Drew. What? Um. What were you going to ask Shartar?
Well, we wanted to see if he's made any progress with anything.
He's gonna have a lot less.
Yeah. We want to know where he's at with things because I think he wanted to do some stuff. He was also dealing with Din because we gave him Din. So what happened to Din? Did he get anything out of Din? I guess is what I would ask. And then we'd also ask him whether he thinks Zill and Torkoal are flippable.
I think most of the stuff that he would have gotten out of um, Din would have been names you already know and the plan for the Bombas, and that's about it.
The bomb plan is very important because we need to deal with that.
He knows that it's happening, but not specifics, so that's not really going to help. Because why would they tell their lowest level employee, basically?
Where can we get those details then, do you think?
Good question.
Oh yeah, we also need to put on the docket to investigate the cleaning shop.
That'll be a very fast one.
It's probably already been cleaned out.
If you want to include investigating the cleaning shop in moving around town, I don't know how I would do this. I'll just give you one of these. And then as for if he believes the other two can be flipped, he personally doesn't think anybody in there is worth keeping around at all. However, he has not really been around the past decade or so he doesn't know how they've changed. Because prior to your meeting, he was actually not in the city and was elsewhere. And they only recently got him back into town.
Okay.
He has specifically been in Goldwater Pass, which is inconvenient for him because there is also a gang of people working in that place through the circus, casinos, and other thing I forgot.
That's the place where Graya started out, right?
Yep.
She was working for the circus and then got screwed.
Yep.
How dare they screw her?
By the Leshy Mafia.
Leshy Mafia?
Uh-huh.
Another mafia? What if we just make the Leshy Mafia and the Kobold Mafia duke it out?
Okay.
I don't know how.
All right. So if all of his information is a decade out of date, not a whole lot we can get from him then. So, has he heard anything new from the Cobalts?
Nothing really, no.
Okay.
Are we updating Shartar? Or are we meeting Shartar?
Very briefly, yeah.
Right.
Okay. So with that, I don't think there's anything else to talk to him about at this time.
We can drop by and just say hello.
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
was mostly
surprised how much it brightens someone's day to say, "Hi, how are you doing?"
interested in whether or not Din had any useful information, but it doesn't sound like it is. So
Din is alive, right?
Everything you could have gotten out of him, you've now gotten from elsewhere.
yeah. Okay, so what's
So is
on
he
the
guilty?
docket?
Can I have his soul?
You'd have to kill him.
Yes. Do we need
He's
him?
he's outside of my jurisdiction to judge, but we can be
Damn.
present for his trial.
Okay,
And
I'll wait.
yeah, and if he's sentenced to death, you know. All right, let's
I'll
see.
volunteer to execute him. We'll be fine.
Okay, so let's see.
I have a permit for that.
If you want to check the shop for
Yeah,
evidence,
the cleaning shop. Yeah.
that would be a real fast in and out because it's really small. Um,
Should I roll anything like perception
I
or?
did it for you.
Oh,
You can find.
also,
In Kuka as well.
There are a bunch of terracotta um, urns, I guess you would call it, that would be made into explosive shells.
Do they have explosive residue in them?
They do not.
Or is it just the urns?
well, we can document that and add it to the court record.
Yeah. We currently have nothing tying them all together aside from. Well, the tie would be they're all owned by the kobolds, right?
Well, we know from the hydroponics lab that they were growing the explosive tree bark substance there,
Mm-hmm.
as well as gems.
Red pitch and gems.
Yep. If the cleaning shop is terracotta urns, then that would be a place where you could put such pitch in to make bombs. If we know that there's urns, if they're using urns as the casing, then what do these urns look like? Are they just like, are they distinct in any way?
Have you ever seen fireworks made with terracotta?
I think so.
Not really. When you say an urn, I imagine your next words were, have you seen fireworks made with the ashes of grandma? And I was like, no, that doesn't sound like it would be fun.
Sounds cool.
Are ashes flammable? They're not, right?
Yes.
I mean, why would
Really?
they be?
well,
Smoke is
because
also
they're already
flammable.
How
burned.
wouldn't they have? I mean,
They're already burned. How are they more flammable?
well, charcoal is burnt wood.
Yeah. But that smolders. I guess it would make a powder explosion, maybe? Question mark.
Well, either way, the reason I was asking is because, well, twofold. One, have we seen these kind of urns anywhere else already? And two, depending on what they look like, could we think of a place or places that they could be hidden without getting much attention paid to them?
Probably any bomb would be using these as the outer shell, so you would have seen. Well, fucking Atticus would have been throwing. He was throwing acid flasks and alchemist fire, I think, and poison bombs, which would have been could have been in glass containers. So any type of shrapnel bomb would be using this type of shell though, or shaped charge.
We didn't find any fragments of terracotta in the explosions, right? Where they blew
No,
up the halfling houses?
but also it's fire that can burn through a building, so it would probably just burn up the clay shell.
Fair.
But yeah, because they're saying if the bombs are already placed, then we would need to think about what would they want to blow up. Perhaps the council chamber. Go V for Vendetta with this shit. Was there
They're
anything
going
odd?
to blow up the entire council chamber?
Well, if the wizards are the only thing standing between Red Team and control of Old Oakley, then it stands to reason, right?
Hmm. I don't like it. Perhaps we can search the area in case they've already planted bombs there.
Yeah, because the only other thing that I could think of would be bombs in places where there are not red-scaled kobolds, which is going to be much of the city. And that's just kind of a wide dragnet, so I think that's something we can bring up with discussion with the Council of Wizards when we meet with them.
Right. I have no connection with them. Again, you'll be doing the talking, which is fine.
But yeah, so we can meet with Zill, we can meet with Torkel, we can meet with the Council of Wizards. Is there anything else on my list?
Mm. It seems like Rajira said that if we want answers, the wizards would be good to go to.
They would be the ones laying charges, yeah. So
But also that it's basically impossible to convince them.
Convince them what? To talk to us?
That,
No, to like
that they can do anything about it because they're shit libs that believe that everything can be fixed by the law.
They're wizards!
uh,
Breaking laws
Yeah.
of magic! They break the laws of physics! What the fuck are they talking about?
physics, but they're nerds that follow dumb rules.
I don't know if that meeting is going to go that great given Alex's rude behavior.
so you've got talk to wizards, talk to Torkel, talk to
So
We could.
technically
Yeah.
technically also wizards, but just the one in a private meeting that you set up and not them. And rat brain scan.
yep.
We're also in good standing with a wizard. Who was that one we met?
Master Murloc.
Yeah, that one. I think we're in okay
I
terms with him.
don't think he's on the council though.
Oh
He's
yeah,
not.
he definitely. He's just a wizard.
He's a level 10 wizard.
Very nice.
You've almost caught up to him.
Almost. We're nearly there. We're one level.
Speaking of which, you know what? Let me.
Who do I commission for a little helmet for Vicky? Can any of my friends do it? I think Kuka's a crafter.
I technically have crafting, but it's only trained.
You
How
also
hard can it be to make a little helmet? Just to protect the exposed brain.
What's your guys' experience at? 439?
Something like
Yep.
we didn't get any experience last session.
You did not. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I will give you. Math is hard.
It's hard.
I will give
I
you
do that
50
sometimes.
XP for last session,
Yay!
and I will give you 50 for extracting information out of fucking Rajra. So you're at 100 more.
Halfway there. More than halfway there.
Nice.
And now let me actually write that down so I remember that you got it. So 50 for getting out tar from the city. Not from the city, from the city. Not the certy. God damn it. And then 50 XP for extracting information from Rajra. So now my only question is, which one you doing next?
Can we register the clay pots in the cleaning shop as evidence?
Terracotta mortar shells, I guess I'll just call them.
Yeah, they look like it.
Should we add the red pitch from the whatchamacallit, the hydroponics lab as well then?
Absolutely.
Red pitch trees.
Any other bomb parts we found?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Close enough. We did find a bit of plutonium.
Yeah.
That's already in
I
there.
don't
isn't it?
know. I don't think that's a bomb part
Or no,
that
you
I know
haven't.
of.
You still have the uranium on you, warpstone.
Yeah. Alex is still carrying that.
It's making me nervous.
Despite his cool reptile face, Alex is nervous about it too. But yeah. So I put the list in the chat of what's on to do. Did I miss anything?
Rat, wizard, Zil, Torkoal. Nope. I think that's it.
Okay. What do you guys think?
Well, if you finish the rat thing, then a Garmarum can have a familiar. A pseudo familiar.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I was about to say that's the only action that I've got left that could possibly yield evidence, anyways, or at least a new
Yeah.
lead.
Well, let's try it out. Also, be right back. I'm listening though.
Yeah, I was gonna say brain scan's the only thing that gets us a new lead. Everything else is gonna be like navigating discussions and that kind of stuff.
I believe I said that they go from 8 in the morning to 6 at night, and it's currently 2 in the evening, and I think they did not communions where you eat the wafer. Uh, they did the actual prayers and shit at 6 and
Mass.
6, I think. Yeah. So you still have 4 hours where they would not be doing anything if you want to go now. But he did say that you should buy the components yourself.
Yeah, we can do that.
Did you subtract the price of the components already?
I don't know.
I don't remember either. It was pretty cheap, I believe, though. Let's see, it was...
According to my notes,
Oh, well.
it's
you
targets
need...
level 1
Yeah,
gold
you need
piece.
incense. Minimum 1 times 1 per target, and that's 6 targets. And the target's level was the cranium rat, and the cranium rat was 3? Or no, that's the swarm. The normal rat is -1, so it would just be 1 minimum. So all you have to do is pay 6 gold. So that's fucking nothing. So
Yeah, I can cover that. So I'll just go ahead and subtract 6. Done. Yeah, let's get the rat brain scan done.
this is good because it lets me do a set it and forget it thing for a second while I get water. However, I go to the church, and it will take them an hour. I think. I think most rituals are an hour. Door, Mindscape door. Cast time 1 hour. The DC is the. Oh, that's if they want to prevent you from going in. Okay. I think the DC is just the level of the spell, which would be 3, and then it's uncommon, so it would be 22. And they're going to be at least 10, so they're probably just going to auto succeed, so I will not bother rolling it. Actually, you know what? I'll just do a straight 20. Okay, so normal success. You have to leave Ichabod behind, put him in the middle of a circle, and they will put the 5 of you on each corner like a star, leaving the rat in the middle. And they'll give you some instructions of what you should do to protect yourself in there. However, it's going to be a rat, so you don't really have to worry about it because the will DC of a rat is probably like 1. So you would have to crit fail if it wants to push you out. Other than that, most of the ritual is going to be setting up the circle and getting everyone in proper positions and getting all 4 of the casters in place. In which case, they start to lead a prayer at the very end of the hour. And I will leave you with this
Yeah,
as I go get
back.
water.
Can I
And
learn this ritual?
enjoy the lyrics. Or the music, rather. It has lyrics.
Oh.
Enjoy the music. Okay, I'm back. I could turn that down a little bit.
I was thinking about it.
Yes.
If we know that Gar was working in the laboratory that had the cranium rats, that's our connection. But now we just have to connect him to it somehow.
Connect everything all together.
Yes. Anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
And now that the ritual is over, you find yourself. Oops, clicking the wrong things. You find yourselves in Rattopia again. However, this time, instead of being placed inside and experimented upon, they take you and a couple other rats out in a standard carrying cage, and they take you into a back room that you've never seen before. The rats, that is, not you guys. You guys have seen the back there. However, new to you guys, they continue to the end. I deleted the layout, didn't I? Damn. The collapsed
Whoops.
tunnel where it was, and there was a dead kobold under it. The tunnel has, I guess it hasn't been opened up because you're looking at the past, but it is open. And the kobolds that are carrying you around start to walk down an incredibly long hallway, long enough to where they can start up conversation and small talk while they're walking down the very end. And whenever they get to the end of this very sterile corridor, they open a sliding door that leads to what looks like a completely natural cave area. And since you are technically several rats seeing through the eyes in all directions, it definitely seems like you're just in a cave. However, there is a metal door just jutting out of rocks that you have walked out of. And the kobolds walk you over to a massive hole in the floor that looks like it has been carved out very slowly by erosion over thousands of years. And the first thing that you notice, besides the giant hole in the floor, is the smell that hits your nose because you're all rats at this point. It smells like something rotting and something has died and been left in there. But before you can think about it too much, you're brought over to an altar where there is two giant slabs on either side that have been carved into, and another one in the middle with some type of altar in front of it, where you are sat down, and then the kobolds walk off still in discussion, making their way back to the door before one of them pulls out a stone that they then throw against the side wall that makes a very loud, deafening crash. And then you're left in silence. And now I ask you, 5 rats in a cage. What are you going to do now?
We're still in the mindscape, or was that just what we saw in the mindscape?
You're still in the mindscape, yes.
We are now rats. As 5 rats.
Let's get out of the cages if we can.
5 rats amongst many rats, yes.
1, I panic. I'm a rat. And then, like, we're a hive mind? So we try to escape the cage, I guess?
You can try, but the bars are very close together, and, well, they are metal. So technically, given enough time, you could chew your way through it as you are a rat. However, don't know if you have that much time sitting in here.
How about the door? Is there a latch? Can we reach through, lift it, you know?
It's less of a latch and more so just a hole in the front where it is. It's like freshwater traps where you put them in and the hole to go in is bigger than the hole to come out. So you're trapped in one direction, basically.
Hmm. I'm guessing it's dark in this cave. No natural light or artificial lights of any kind.
It is, but luckily you're a rat.
Dark vision.
I believe they have dark vision anyways. Let me see. Cranium rat. Low light, so I guess it would still be dark and you can't see anything.
Oh no.
Oh,
I've ruined us. Um, can we talk to the hive mind?
You can. What are your thoughts?
Um, Garbrum, help me.
hi. We are currently. I don't know. Is this meta? Is this our minds controlling the past, or are these rats?
This
And
is
we're
a memory that you happen to be inserted into and can influence.
right. And I guess the first question we should ask is, why are we here? What were we doing?
We are trying to undepress the rat.
No, I mean like the hive mind.
Oh, right.
We don't know. We don't know why we're here.
Yeah, we
We don't
don't
know
know
who
why
we
we're
are.
here. Everything is dark. This is good. Darkness is good. Darkness means predators can't see us. Darkness
Darkness
means
is
we're
safety.
safe. Yes, we're safe. Let's remain calm. We're in the cage. There's probably a way out. You mentioned, is there a thing that feeds water in here?
You can hear water running in the background, yes.
Okay. But
It
there's
is
no
very
like
damp in here as well.
water like a little water bottle that feeds into the cage.
No. In fact, not only is it wet in here, but you can occasionally feel drops of wetness hitting the various rats in the cage from the ceiling.
We should drink. Let's drink.
This
Stay hydrated.
water
Hydration
freezes
is
us. We
good.
haven't had water in days.
Yes, let's hydrate first. That's good.
Let's visualize breaking the cage.
Yeah, let's visualize it. How shall we break the cage?
Just a sudden thunder wave emanating from our body.
Give me a.
We can cast spells?
You
Cool.
can. Give me a flat d20, I think.
DC 5. Yay.
There is dissonance between you and the other thoughts in the swarm. You're trying to visualize bursting the bars off, while most of the other ones are thinking about squeezing through or trying to bite them off. And in the dissonance, it's kind of just like nothing gets done because There's too many thoughts happening at once.
Garmram, assert dominance.
Okay. I'm a dominant rat. Diplomacy or intimidation?
Jesus Christ.
They both
what
go
would
against will,
Kuka's-
don't they? So
What? Yeah, they both do will. I am an alpha rat? Question mark? I don't know how rats work.
You're a Garma Chad male.
God, I
Garmin-
can only imagine Kuka's reaction.
Yakuga's like, what the fuck is going on? This is not how rats work. I'm like, listen. I will become the confidence that Ichabod needs. I must assert dominance inside his mind and defeat his depression. First, we're going to get fucking well. By which I mean we're going to calm the fuck down. We're going to drink some water. And we're going to flex our way out of this cage by all biting one bar at the same time.
I like that idea.
Instead of all biting separate bars, we're all gonna gnaw on one bar and then we're gonna gnaw on a different one. We're gonna do it organized because we're smart and we're in control of our lives. Dark is good. Diplomacy.
Give me a +7 diplomacy.
With the okay plus. It's a 1d20 plus 7.
Yeah.
Sure.
You need to beat a 7 or a 17, so it's 50-50.
Yeah. Hero point.
Damn.
It's okay. Hero point. So that's a
That's
19.
right, you got the hero point earlier.
Yep. 19 will just succeed then. Um. All of the rats decide, yeah, you know what? Let's get the fuck out of this. But even if we can't see, it's better than being trapped in a cage despite all my rage. I'm still just a rat.
I
in a
was just
cage.
waiting for
God
that.
damn.
The entire time I was waiting. I was like, come on.
It
when-
looked
when-
like
song
you were
lyrics?
actually going to not do that, but
Are those song lyrics? Did I
Yeah,
miss?
Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, okay.
Now give me a 20 plus 9 for the athletics to try to get through the bars.
Let's go.
Oh,
Nice.
not a crit. Off by 2.
That's okay.
You can
you
feel.
rolled a 19.
I did roll a 19. I would have. I had to roll a 20 to get the crit.
You can feel the bars starting to give way a little bit, but you can also hear something coming down. In fact, you can see something coming down from the. For most of you, it would be behind you. You can hear something that starts to come down from a tunnel. It sounds like. It sounds like the clanging of metal on stone and gravel, and somebody humming something in a very deep voice.
Is this a familiar voice?
It is not. Most of the voices you have heard are from kobolds, so they're high-pitched. This one is much, much deeper.
Do not know that voice, but the high pitched voice are mean to us. This one is humming. This one is not bad. Focus on escape.
How is it humming? Is it like menacingly?
It's going.
I mean, like, is he humming Beyonce or something? Like,
Put a ring on it. Uh oh. Having hope for tuna.
You got it.
Why?
No faster, us, brothers and sisters.
Give me another check again. Same one.
Another +9. Oh no, hero point.
Hero point will make it a normal success again. I'm
Yeah,
basically treating this as a lock, so that's your
yeah.
2 out of 3 successes to get through it, and the
Oh
humming
boy.
appears to be getting closer.
Oh, would this not be a force open instead of a lock?
Technically, yeah.
Whatever. We're 2 successes. Do-do-do-do-do. Force open is better because it's just you just do it once.
Yeah, it just
Success is broken.
works, but you
It
just
just
break the
works.
thing.
It just works.
Yeah.
Suddenly you hear Todd Howard in the corner of the room.
It just works.
Isn't
Rat
that
Howard.
mine?
The fucking greed demon Todd Howard.
Would you count this as a flimsy wooden door or wooden portcullis?
I would
This is
count
a
this
tiny rat
as
cage.
metal bars.
They're teeny, Var. We're also
They are,
teeny.
yes.
It's like aluminum, right?
Yeah.
I think cages are made
Did we
of
have
steel, aren't they?
aluminum?
Or
They'd have to be
some kind of yeah.
iron, steel,
You wouldn't really need high quality unless
to hold
You're-
rats. Yeah.
well, like you wouldn't expect like you would typically have like higher quality material, like more durable material for like something that you would expect to be more dangerous, like a tiger or something.
This is Mithril rat cage.
Jesus.
Adamantine rat cage.
They've made a fucking waffle iron out of Mithril. Why would they not?
It's orichalcum.
Is
rat
there an
cage.
orichalcum?
Orichalcum's the best one because you get +1 rune slot.
Right, yeah. So this rat cage has an extra root slot. Excellent.
But anyways, I assume you continue to try to chew through. So
Yeah.
same roll again.
Oh boy, here we go. The humming is gonna get. What's everyone else doing?
I was gonna say, can we? If it helps, could we stand in to do the roll?
You could, yeah. But he's
'Cause
out
we
roll
have-
now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because we have hero points as well.
Yep.
It's true. Don't worry, save them. You need to use them on something else.
You
Here's a-
can feel the cage starting, or the one bar on the cage starting to bend open, and a couple of the rats manage to squeeze their way out and hit the shit. I pressed a think I gotta reload the game again. God damn it. Unless it's still here. Am I
Cliffhanger.
still here?
You're still
Okay.
here.
I still hear ya.
I pressed back before the other thing loaded, so it didn't take me out.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, you dropped like 2 or 3 feet onto the floor below since you were on a raised altar.
30
And,
damage.
Yes, you take 10 quintillion damage and die because you're a soft rat.
We're a brain sound. So
They all kind of start to scatter in different directions since you have no fucking clue where you're going in the dark. But you can hear the humming stop and the metallic clanking starts to get quicker as it starts to come over to the altar. And the bellowing voice starts to say something that none of you can understand. It is in none of your languages. And the rats even don't know what it is.
brothers and
However,
sisters, silence your squeaking. we talk in our minds now.
you can hear the stomps get up to the cage and lift it up. And you assume you hear what has to be a swear of some kind just by the way they say it. And all you can see from them is
Pataka.
2 beady red shining dots in the darkness. What's the plan now? You all gonna try to squeeze out of the hole in the cage?
Continue to squeeze. But shut the fuck up, friends.
Let's if we could cast spells, what spells do we have?
Yeah, what spells do we have?
Daze, command, fear, mind link.
Does fear prevent them from attacking? Like they have to run away?
It is frightened 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, okay. It's different fear.
Command can make them run away if you want, though. If that's the option.
Yes. Yes.
What does mind linking do?
Command free us?
Mind link is sharing 10 minutes of memories in 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, we should command them to free us.
Yeah.
Command release.
Command. Okay, I guess I have to have the thing on the map in order for it to.
We are many. Our minds are greater than one. We
And
will
bad news,
use.
guys. I
Oh,
think
no.
I am
What?
not actually in Foundry because nothing is working. I can just still
Oh.
see it. Okay,
Do you
let me
need to
Yeah.
restart then?
Yeah, let's restart. We will use democracy to vote for him to live in the cage.
I think it's going to load me in as the observer as well instead of the GM because that's the most recent one I did on this second monitor.
Well, I do see Observer in, but not you.
Yep, it's still loading.
Oh, even before that.
Yep, I'm going to have to exit to the join screen and then go as GM again. That is the singular downside to switching to online from the client. And now the loading bar disappeared. Okay. Downloading world data, please wait. There we go.
At least the song is pleasant. Well, we're about to be, I don't know, massacred by this big creature.
Okay, cranium rat. There we go. Command.
God
Of course.
damn it.
Of course he got a fucking
Motherfucker.
20, even though he didn't need it.
It didn't even need a 20. Plus 26, Jesus.
Yes.
He doesn't need a fucking. That's just insulting. Come on.
As he picks up the cage, and then you can hear the sickening scrape of metal against metal as he starts to close up the opened up bar. Let's see. I think you need like 24 rats to have a swarm, so I'll just go with that.
How many of us has escaped? I guess
A couple of them
24.
got out, so
Yeah.
about half got out.
Oh. They spilled out like water.
I have to open my notes
How
again
about
since I had to reload the thing.
we all hum the same song?
What, Oh Fortuna? I don't know
Yeah.
if you want to start humming that one, considering
We
what the
hear the
song is
tune.
about.
We hear this. I thought it was about a college professor who is like stingy. Because that's the student who made the song, right?
It's something like that. It's a bunch of like depressing shit though.
Yeah.
Fortuna is a
That's so
medieval Latin gallardic
yeah.
poem, part of the collection known as the Carmina Burana, written in the early 13th century. It is a complaint about Fortuna, the inexorable fate that rules both gods and mortals in Roman and Greek mythology.
Yep. Greek and Roman mythology, not good. TM.
Lots of tragedy.
Everyone give me a flat d20, and if you get over a 10, you're still in the cage. I guess I need to do one for Kuka.
Oh no!
Gator, no! Rat Gator!
So it's
Over a
Kuka.
10? Is it 10 or 10 or below or 10 or above?
I guess it would be above 10 because that would
Yeah,
be
11.
50%
It's a,
chance 11 plus.
we could have just flipped the coin.
so, so it's
Well,
just
Oh
yeah,
no!
but it's
just
probably
Gator in
better.
there.
No!
Gator, no!
All my friends!
A rat friend.
So he is going to pick up the cage and close off the bars. And then the deep booming voice is just going to say, Statu variabilis. And then start laughing and walking off back down the hallway.
Wanna sneak after him
Rats in
until
the
we.
cage! Fight! Fight and win!
Yeah! Go, rats in the cage!
You must continue to rage!
Rage against the cage! We will follow this deep voiced man until he gets into light and so we can see his face.
I have good news. Rats
Yeah?
have scent by default, so you can track him just by smelling.
What's he smell like?
He smells like ozone and that smell you get whenever you rub your fingers on metal, and it's the oxidation of your
Yeah.
oils on the metal.
This guy smells like cage. Cage and electricity.
What if he is Deacon?
We should follow him and see what his face looks like so we can curse him in our death.
What? So we could recognize him when we're. Wait, if we remember this afterwards.
You do,
Yeah. Let's follow him.
This is the point where the rat would start to try to push you out of its mindscape, but you'd have to roll a 1 to normal fail that.
Right.
Are you asking us for a d20 roll?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Become Ichabod, don't worry.
Mr. Gator, you are led to a. The room is not pitch black, but
Oh, he's got the cage with him still.
the building material itself is a dark black color, similar to where you found Skeleton Master at. And this one has some more of those force cages like you found in the laboratory with various things inside of them frozen. Would you like to take a closer look at those?
Are we in low light?
The things in the cages would be in bright light, so you could see them at least.
Wait, I was gonna say, like, everybody else is still in the cage except for me.
You
Are
and
the only one in the cage?
12 other rats are in the cage.
Oh, okay.
So you're
Well-
with the rats.
Yeah, I mean, might as well take a look to see what's going on.
Yeah, that's actually, it makes sense that it's you. You can see.
For one of them, you can give me occultism. For 2 of them, you can give me occultism. For 3 of them, you can give me occultism. For all 4 of them, you can give me occultism. I guess I'll just let
You
you do
could do-
one roll and use it on all of them. So your first one, this is an easy one. There you go. You know what this is?
Ah!
Gibbering mouther?
Ew.
That's correct. There's a gibbering mouther. Is an amorphous blob of yammering mouths and oozing fludgy slush.
Don't think the rats would know that. I don't think Garm would know that. But maybe Gator might?
Gator's the one who rolled, so
Yeah.
Scholars have wasted countless hours in attempts to make sense of the gibbering mouther's noises, studied that put researchers into danger and gave results that are contradictory and confusing at best. Nobody knows their origin, but they are found in the Darklands a lot, and they're less common in the upper regions of the Darklands. Number 2. Do you know what this one is?
Huggy Man?
No.
What the fuck is that?
Squish
Machoke.
It is much.
Machunk? Yeah.
This is Machoke who overdosed on
It's Machank.
dope.
On
Just
chocolate.
brother.
On human growth
Chocolate.
hormones.
Yeah.
Um,
But they're meant for humans and not Pokemon, so we fucked up. What
this
the hell is
is
that?
what is known as a Molventalk, which is a Erdafan, which is a separate thing, which are people that live in the Underdark with transparent skin that kind of look like vampires but are not vampires.
Interesting.
like a person.
This, as you
Huh.
can see, does
It's
have...
a flesh warp, yeah?
Yes. It does have some parts of it that are still transparent, but for the most part, it has been made to have a hardened exoskeleton on the outside. That makes it an excellent shock troop for flesh warpers. Specifically, these ones are built to have a purpose, kind of like golems. And if they ever complete that purpose, or if they cannot complete the purpose, then they go mad
Explode?
and attack anything in sight.
Oh,
They do
okay.
also explode, yes.
Oh, jeez, that was just a guess because it's so round.
They do also explode.
Oh my god. Okay.
Jesus.
Let's see, I think you got all of them. Yes.
Very nice.
Close that one. Do you know what this one is?
Oh, there's
Should be
another one.
Pretty easy one.
Naga.
Is that the thing that was infecting the dwarfs all the way back in like session 8? The thing that stretches your neck out?
No. This is in fact a Naga.
Yeah,
Oh.
Naga.
It just looks weird. I believe this one is specifically a spirit Naga.
Oh, okay. The bad one.
Yes.
Because they're in D&D as well.
There's not much to give on them other than they are the Naga that other Nagas do not like, and they live in solitude, and they have they're
Or are they called
attracted to
Spirit Naga?
bad deeds and shit. I have no idea.
They like bad boys, huh?
Yeah, they do. And then the last one, every time I see its icon in the really tiny thumbnail form, I think it looks like a house with legs, but it's like a stalagmite with legs and stuff on the underside.
Is that the Gagatet or something else?
This is called an Earlgaunt. They resemble titanic spiders or crabs, but with cephalod-pike tendrils erupting from the tips of their chitin armored legs, as you can see here. They live underground and pretend to be stalactites and then strike on things that come past. They also have the ability to cough up melon-sized clusters of rocks enveloped in digestive enzymes that explode on anything that they contact with, covering them in shards of rock and caustic acid.
Say no more. I've seen enough hentai to know what this is.
And the worst part of these is that they're smart. They're
Why are
as
they
smart
smart?
as Mr. Gator.
No, we're doomed. We can't face them.
They're also
Damn.
more wise than anyone in the party. They're
Of course.
as charismatic as everyone in the party.
Damn.
And they're way stronger and more dexterous. But also monsters cheat and have higher stats, so.
Oh, that's fair. Stronger
also-
than my 20 charisma.
It's also a spellcaster, by the way. It also has spells.
Oh, of course it is.
It has rock spells. But yes, I should have mentioned the Naga and the Earlgaunt here are in much larger containers in the center of the room, and the other ones are in the standard size ones that you've seen earlier.
Oh, these are all in the containers.
Yes.
Do you see the guy carrying the cage?
You cannot yet, but whenever he walks up to the end of the room and onto a platform, a raised platform, he sets you down, and then you can hear him move a little bit until there's a click in front of you. And then what appears to be red lightning starts crackling between two objects on the floor in front of you and down below the platform. It doesn't illuminate this area surrounding it, which is odd considering that it's lightning, until he goes into the back and he starts messing with some more metal things in the back. And Mr. Gator and everyone else. Is there anything else you'd like to do in here? It is still dark besides the crackling red lightning in the room. Oh, and his
Continue.
two red glowing eyes.
Continue escape plan Alpha.
And what would that be?
What were the spells we have again?
Mind link him. Give him 10 minutes of rat orgy. It will scare him.
I don't know, he might be into it.
No, we're backfired.
It was
Command, fear, mind link.
okay. None of the spells we got are gonna help.
Mind link, Will. Rat orgy.
I can't think of anything besides chew. Chew again.
Yeah, chew.
Yeah, or try to pry open that weak point again.
Oh yeah, it's the same weak point. DC
Yeah.
might be lower.
Give me D20 plus 9.
Oh no.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Yeah.
With the hero point, you can crack open the already bent bar and start pushing your way out of it again. And let's see, there's 13 left minus you, so
14.
Oh,
literally every single rat that was in the cage managed to
escapes.
squeeze its way out. Right as he clicks on the you know what, I think even if you don't have a token on this scene, you'll still be able to see this because there's still light in the map. Right as he clicks a lever and the sound of gears start churning, and then the buzz of lightning starts to crackle, like whenever you've got a extremely high voltage thing that you turn on, and instead of it being the standard crash of lightning, it's more like a bzzz. I believe you can still see him in the top right. No, you cannot. It's literally a black screen, okay?
Yeah. Oh well.
Fuck me, I guess. Here you go. I'll just give you this image with a black background.
Oh,
Oh
God.
shit!
Oh,
Would you like
That's
to
a
Okay.
roll
Digimon.
knowledge on this one?
That is a Digimon.
It does look like a Digimon. Or some type of RTS unit.
What am I
That's
rolling?
literally Andromon.
That or somebody tried to draw a patriarch by memory?
Yeah, kinda. Religion for this one. So Gator,
What?
lore would probably be better for you.
Yeah, it would be.
Religion.
I'll just do a lore then. I'm going to assume it's a trained one.
Oh my god, he did it. This is what is known as an interlocutor. This is a Velstrak, which you have met before. The bluebies that were in the mansion that you met. The ones that tried to get you to join their cult in the Shadow Plane.
Yeah, the BDSM person.
Yep. He is one of those. He is like a surgeon that tries to find out the best way to not only torture other things, but also self-mutilate so that they can reach their perfected forms of thought, form, and action. And also, I don't know if this was the case for the other ones. Let's see. I have lots of things to load in the bestiary. Okay, that one is. That one is. That one is. So I'm just going to assume that they're all like this. Mr. Gator, this is in fact a fiend, but it is not a demon, devil, or daemon. Which means that they are associated with and live in the hells, but are not created from them, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
Huh. Either way, escape plan Bravo. Sync up with the rest of the swarm.
Give me a flat D20, somebody.
Okay.
Okay, both of those work. I will say that most of the rats managed to get out of this room. However, you are still left in the darkness. You can navigate to the stank room again. But from there, it's still just darkness, and you have no idea which direction to go in.
Can we cast light? I don't know if there's something we can do.
Command
No,
fear, mind link.
It almost kind of seems like the best way that we can navigate is by smell.
Yeah, let's use
Oh,
your
it
smell.
sucks. No,
If we're
even though it
feeling
sucks.
if we're feeling extra spicy, mind link with the interlocutor. Figure out from his brain where we're at, but I think you said it takes like 10 minutes for that to work.
You convey 10 minutes of information to them
Oh,
in 2 actions, I think.
never mind then. The hell with that.
Haha, hell. Haha.
Oh,
That's where he's from. Haha.
tee, haha, ho. Right hand technique.
Right hand leads you along a rocky wall until you get to water.
Is it flowing or stagnant?
It is flowing.
What do the other group that escaped, by the way, what do they do? The one we're in.
But you
I
followed
think
him,
we
right?
followed. Yeah, so we should be close.
You should be close or already met up already.
What do you guys think? Should we go in the water and see if it takes us somewhere away?
We're good swimmers.
Could also like take us who knows where.
How fast is the water flowing?
Not very bad. You can hear it
Far.
coming down, and it's not roaring like a river would be. It's kind of very faint waterfall.
Yeah,
That's
something safe. Fish.
better
Yeah.
than staying here, right?
Oh, yeah, that sounds way safer. Just if it was like real turbulent, that might
And
be.
now we just drowned.
Oh, I thought rats can hold their breath a while.
Yeah. Have you seen the video of the... First off, it's terrible because it's the entire subway system in China flooding from the recent monsoon or tsunami or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a video of a rat that's swimming around down there, and it's like doing loop-de-loops in the water, diving down
Just
and stuff
enjoying
like
itself.
that. If you continue on here through the water, by the way, you kind of just go in a U shape through the water, and then at the bottom of the U would be the waterfall where it's coming in. But then if you continue going, it just leads back to not dry land again, but damp land and not water.
We're clean again.
Is it still dark?
It is still dark, yes.
God damn it.
And you know what's worse? You can hear clanking metallic footsteps coming from behind you again.
Oh, let's keep going.
Here's something I will give you about interlocutors, by the way, Mr. Gator, is not only do they have greater dark vision, but if you are dying, wounded, or bleeding, it also has precise pain sense.
It's a good thing we're none of those, I think.
Yet, yes.
Yeah. It can definitely see us.
Nothing to do but keep going.
Yeah.
And then if he gets close enough, try to command spell him again, but I don't know, maybe burn a hero point if we get a high enough roll, or if he gets a low enough roll. Wait, you can't do that on his rolls, can you?
No.
You can't do it on his.
Well, if you continue along the wall, it keeps going for quite some ways until you're at almost a 90-degree angle. And if you were to continue this way, it would keep going. God, let me measure this. Fucking about 200 feet in that same direction.
Does the interlocutor have 4 legs?
He
Or are
does.
those like just like a stylistic choice to have those 3 extra limbs in the back?
I believe he has removed his own legs and replaced them with
With
the
4?
the metallic like chassis that he's sitting in.
Right. It's like a centaur.
Yes.
What do we do?
And we can't really see anything because it's still dark, right?
Yes.
We have our smell and our ears.
Speaking of which, at the end of this tunnel, you can hear the muffled sounds as if you were underwater, um, of flowing water above you.
Ooh, above us. We should try and head there. More water. Water flowing means there's an exit, right?
Not a
You'd
traditional
hope so.
exit, but yeah.
I don't know sewers, but being a rat is freeing somehow.
I'm trying to think if I've got any skills that might help.
If you do, I hope they're mental ones.
I technically have survival.
That would be
Does
one.
anybody else? Does anybody else have survival?
No.
Just trained.
I got a plus 16. What do you got?
13.
Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and make the roll then. Oh.
Dang.
So, Mr. Gator, from what it sounds like to you, up ahead is. It sounds like you're in an air pocket somehow, and there is water flowing in an area where you could go up into it, but it is kind of fast traveling water that you may get swept up in as just a rat.
Well, we would go faster.
Also, um, it's weird because if you were in a standard air pocket, if you're looking at it from like a cross section, it would be like all the water flowing here, and then you would have like a thing like this. So you would be here, and the air pocket would be because of this, right? But the way that this sounds is less like that and more. This would be a top down. You've got all the water here, And it sounds like your air pocket is here somehow. And then your tunnel would continue up this way. Obviously, this makes no logical sense, because why would then water not flow directly into the tunnel that it is over?
Glass, perhaps?
Or some kind of a barrier.
Yeah.
There's also the possibility of illusion spells.
Do interlocutors have illusion spells?
I do not believe they have magic.
Or more like just how the area is set up. Like traps and that sort.
Okay, scratch that, they do have magic.
Hmm.
But that also might be trying to think too much into it.
Yeah. I would think perhaps trying to hide might be good, but I don't think there's anywhere to hide.
We'll just have to keep moving.
Yep.
It's the plan to go towards the water sound.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it kind of
Ooh.
seems like being in here with that guy is sure death, and water sounds is maybe death.
Maybe better than absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come to the end of the hallway, and there is a slope that goes upwards that you start to climb up until, after getting near the surface, since it's still too dark to see, one of the rats in the front has their nose splash into some water directly above you, and then they stop and don't continue going further.
Why did you stop?
Because the water came up at this angle, and then the water is this top layer here. So if you wanted to, you could literally just walk into it and then float to the surface.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's like a curvy level.
Yes.
Are we all
Nonsense
Kirby?
water. Has is there a reason that I could identify or think of for why water would be like this?
It's wet.
Oh my
I
god,
meant
you renamed this shit. Give me a either arcane or nature. I can guess which one you're gonna do.
you know it.
The closest thing that you can think of is that this is something like a control water spell that has simply stopped it from continuing any further in this direction. However, normally water spells like that just raise or lower the water level. They don't stop it from being affected by physics. I'm trying to think of what that game is where you're like a chicken worm thing and you gotta grow your body to go through certain shapes and stuff.
Not familiar.
Sounds gross.
Is that like a flash game or something? Like Parasite?
I think it may have been a mobile game, yeah.
I don't see an option besides push on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if there's nowhere else that dude, or besides that dude behind us.
Who has hero points?
I have one.
I have one.
I somehow have 2.
Sweet.
Somebody give me a flat d20, and you'll need a 15.
You're up, Abner.
Hmm.
Oh, I just rolled as a sand skimmer somehow.
Well, you can hero point that to succeed.
I mean, yeah, might as well.
The rats all surface in the water successfully and start paddling towards not exactly a landing, but a raised section out of the water. I guess congratulations, Abner, you get another one. RNG has decided.
No.
Perfect.
And they start climbing up the sheer surface as rats do, and then get to the top. And once they get to this upper area, I will say somebody else give me the. I need to stop closing this sheet. It would be either an intimidation or an. Okay, that's the only one they have actually. So if you would like to intimidate them to stay together, otherwise diplomacy them together. Otherwise, they're going to start to scatter now that they're on dry land.
Yeah, using whose stats?
This would be using the rat stats on themselves.
Right. What's the diplomacy versus their intimidation, I guess.
7.
Oh, both 7?
Yep.
I guess
But-
Abner then.
yeah.
One more time on that.
D20 plus 7. And that beats their will save. So, the rats have been wrangled. And now I guess, what is your plan with them?
Where are we headed?
It's a good question. You're technically
We
still in
need
the dark.
Where are we that we can figure out? Like, we got through the water, we got onto dry land. What's our bearings?
Head for fresh air?
Most of the area still smells dank, uh, and just from the swim and the smell around you, and the sound as well. There's several waterfalls in here. Um, it sounds like you're mostly surrounded by water, and you just happen to be on a place that is not currently.
Keep following the current?
Hmm. I don't know if we can use the skill.
And even then, this might be man-made enough that we can't really figure it out based off of something like that, or we might not even have those clues.
The water
Um,
covers smells. The water is too loud for us. Can't hear things coming, can't hide.
Time to look for another place we can move to then.
Yeah. We'll move from safe spot to safe spot until we're fully safe. Then we can find food.
Then we can
Hmm.
try to figure out a place to convince them to stay so that we can lead Ichabod over to them.
Yeah,
Or
so
you
we'll
not
know. Yeah,
with
we'll
some
know we're
friends.
there.
I will say you wander around for about another 4 hours before you finally get to somewhere with some light. And that
Light.
light comes in the form of what appears to be some type of pier that has been enchanted with some type of creature sitting nearby it.
Well, that doesn't necessarily sound safe, but
Do I know what that is?
Give me a nature, which means Fitzy can also be in on this one too.
I think I'll do lore whatever the fuck is relevant instead.
Okay, well, Necrad got this one at least. Necrad, this is what is known as a Naiad Queen. They usually preside over areas of fresh water or lakes, if that gives you any hints of any form.
Okay.
Most of them treat those who respect their domains with kindness, but they are fierce and quick in eliminating their foes.
We should mind link with her and show her what's happening.
I guess it goes without saying that this is a fae.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by the mind link idea, but I feel like there's a little bit of preamble before we just do that.
Yeah, well, we can't really talk to her, so we're just like, squeak, squeak, we respect your space. Guess what? You might be in danger, but also we've been tormented.
Also, we might be if we just come out straight out with that, we might be like, uh, you know how like in the movie, like the person runs out of the house and then like someone else finds them. And they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" They're like, "There was a guy and he was like trying to kill everybody and everybody's dead."
That's
You
what the
know?
mind link's for.
And then the person they're talking to gets an axe to the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly, Naiad Queen has to fight the interlocutor.
Yeah. We're gonna make her fight for us.
She would not fucking win that fight. I'm just gonna tell you.
Oh, jeez.
But
we don't need
get
her to win. We need her to
we
just
just-
hold him off long enough.
We just need to get away.
God, I want to fucking simulate this fight real quick.
Yeah. Just for your own curiosity.
I'm gonna simulate it with exactly one strike.
God, it's a critical hit. Yeah, okay.
Oh, jeez. That, oh,
Yeah. Uh
Ah,
oh,
Wow.
jeez. And a persistent bleed?
huh.
Fuck.
That is 64% of her health.
damn. Never mind. There she goes. But
Yeah.
hey,
That'll be
we-
like 12
She
That's-
buys
seconds.
you. she
She
buys
buys
you
us
one
2
move,
rounds.
one hit, and a second hit. So one round, 6 seconds.
Does she survive a second hit?
Probably not. It crit on a
11.
11.
It'll have a -5 the next one. So who knows?
Are you going to approach it at the very least?
Cautiously. Does she smell nice? Does she smell safe?
Yeah, kind of like what's her demeanor? I know we can't really rude communication until we're interacting with her for 10 minutes, but interacting might be kind of risky.
I still don't know if the rats are doing the
Well,
crude
I mean,
communication.
if we've been going for 4 hours, do we have the sense that we're still being followed or not?
Did you not?
Oh, okay. Thank goodness.
You've been twisting and turning for quite some time, so you've kind of just
Maybe.
stumbled into this.
Yeah, maybe he just got bored of chasing rats, you know?
That's possible, I guess. I don't know.
Well, there's light here, which is nice. I don't feel safe in light. I don't feel safe being seen as a rat, I guess.
In this case, she looks very pretty to you. She's just kind of sitting on the edge of the water next to the fucking. I said it earlier. God damn it. The
Here?
post, the pier. There we
Oh,
go.
post, yeah.
Um, and as she notices like 20 rats swimming towards her, she will just speak to you
Kill everyone.
in rat speak.
Oh,
Oh, what are you doing here? There's so many of you.
running, escaping.
Oh, well, escaping what? She will say, and then start to cast something.
Confusion. We're confused.
Would Gator recognize what she's casting?
Yes. Maybe, actually. Maybe is the answer to that. It's very likely yes. Um, two spell two. I think it's normal Yes. All you have to do is beat a DC 18, which I'm pretty sure you can do with Arcana.
Well, I get plus 23, so.
So yeah, it's basically impossible for you to fail.
Unless you're one.
She has already started to call over a little mudfish.
A mudfish. For us to eat?
No.
What?
I saw with the message you're reading.
You saw the offer food part and it was just eat?
Yeah, eat? She asked by what? And we're just, red lizards, metal monsters. We can show you.
No, we don't want to show her. We aren't going
Why?
back. We want to escort the rats to somewhere where we can find her in the present time.
Yeah, this feels safe.
Well, I cannot join you to find out what's wrong, but I can offer you refuge here. And she kind of just gestures towards the general area. And of note, some of the water down here seems like brown and dirty, but the area specifically around her is a nice clear blue color, and you don't see anything in it besides, well, you, the shit that you've tracked behind you, and some fish and other aquatic animals swimming around in it.
Right. Refuge is safe. Refuge is nice. Don't go back there. There's some bad people and monsters back there.
She
I
will just pat on the pier next to her and just assure you that you are safe now, and that anything that comes into this area she will know about for sure.
okay.
And if you want to get close to her, she'll lift you up like I guess two by two, since she can fit one in each hand, up onto the pier and out of the water.
I think we might be able to climb, right? Rats can climb?
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
You can also
Up
just get
the thing.
picked up and put on there.
Yeah. 2 by 2 won't take very long. Sit on the pier,
Dry off a little bit.
do the preening thing rats do.
Now we have some food right nearby in these houses. You
Houses?
can take anything that you want. Yeah, you can see on the pier there are like crudely made shacks of like thatched roofs and stuff nearby. Um, she says you can stay as long as you want, and she can even get someone to look at those nasty wounds that you all have.
Gratitude. Gratitude.
She asks if there is an alpha amongst you at all.
Puffs chest out. Probably the shittiest looking rat. One individual who let's roll for who's the most alpha rat.
No, I'm gonna make a rat though.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Joe. What
What are
roll
we
would you gonna do
rolling?
for that?
I guess we all have the same. What's our charisma?
Well, I'm going to lose that roll.
I mean the rats.
As the cranium rats, one.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's all roll a 1d20 plus 1, and just whoever has the highest. It's like rollies. It looks like
They're
Game
not-
Master Rat.
Yeah.
Kuka.
Game Master Rat. Kuka.
Kuka.
Oh, that makes so much fucking sense.
Well, she will gesture Kuka over, and she'll reach up to all of the lotus flowers that she has in her hair, and take
She gets
a
ratatouille.
no. She plucks out a piece of her hair and puts it around Kuka's neck and ties it off. Uh, and then tells him that that should make you all feel better.
Oh. Stimulated. Crafting and performing and will saves. Yes, less scared because we have better will.
And then, other than that, um, Ichabod has stopped resisting so much, but in the process, everything starts to quicken around you. Everything's like when a movie goes in fast motion to show time passing. Um,
Mhm.
it's a lot of her swimming around in the water, all the fish in the area slowly migrating. The thatch cottages and stuff that are on the dock start to fall apart and stuff. The pier itself gets knocked off into the water, and everything starts to just kind of float away as the Naiad Queen is nowhere to be found anymore. And in the process, all of the rats that were in the swarm start to break away ever slowly until it is just Ichabod left in an abandoned building in the corner of a room, spending most of the day sleeping, surrounded by food that he does not eat unless out of necessity, and spends most of the days quiet and unmoving and devoid of ambition.
Where did everyone go? Just went off, I guess. Where was Alpha Rat? Where did Alpha Rat go? The one with the lotus? Or whatever tied around him. Was it the lily or lotus?
Lock of hair.
Lock of hair. This rat with hair tied around his neck. Do we get the sense that they went with the Naiad Queen?
That's what it seems like, yes.
Did all of them go with the Naiad Queen? We're
All
gonna find.
but the one that you know of, and then technically the ones that you were didn't do what you did. So,
Yeah, technically.
and with that, you will leave the mindscape and appear back in the circle with the rat in the middle of the room, and the casters have already dispersed except for
Slept.
the primary caster.
Thank you very much for that. Did we find the evidence that we need? And I go over to pick um Ichabod up.
Alex is visibly annoyed.
thought I was the alpha.
Not even that.
Side eyes, Kuka.
He's like, what am I supposed to do with that?
What was I supposed to do with that information? Well, you saw the kobolds earlier. Did that help?
Well, the rat knows that the kobolds are behind like all these experiments, right?
Yeah.
And if we can get them to become sentient, they can be used as a witness.
Right.
And there's a bunch more rats hanging around that Nif Queen. So if we can find where she went to, or that pier,
Yeah. We also
Yeah.
saw the kobolds throw an explosive. Was that one of the explosives?
I think any of you at this point could figure out that it was a thunderstone.
Oh, just the thunderstorm. Okay.
Yeah, because while I get that we've confirmed the other rats are still alive,
oh
but
no,
how do we
more.
find?
Then it makes Ichabod sentient so that he could be the witness. Well, be a witness as well.
Right. I get that. The question is, what do we follow on? Like, because other than ask about the Naiad Queen, I don't. We didn't really see any defining features, right? Like other than the pier, but we don't know where the pier is.
That's where
We
you found
can
him at.
get. Yeah, that's where you found
It
them.
was fresh water, where it was Nefqueed's hang around fresh water, right?
Yes. More so she creates water where her domain is.
Yeah.
Fresh water, that is.
Yeah, the place was muddy, but she made fresh water where she was.
I think it said it was a
So,
500-foot area around her or something.
yeah. So, if we can somehow find a 500-foot area of fresh water or here, like, I can go around town and ask if, like, hey, have you heard of a naiad or, like, a queen, a pretty lady hanging around fresh water, blue skin, that sort of stuff? We might find a lead.
Yeah, it's yeah. Like I don't know how else we would pursue that other than ask around town or try to search for anything that might look like what was in that image, in that place.
But why didn't you go with them? He just looks down at like Ichabod in his hand, gently patting the back with his thumb. I asked Kuka to translate.
Um, let's see. Because
I was asleep when they all left. I have narcolepsy, you see.
because questions.
Questions. About what?
About oh, I deleted it. God damn it.
Oh no! The headless cat man.
The
uh,
hash slinging slasher.
the headsman, the headful horseman.
The horseman with a head full of hair.
um,
Fabio-esque locks.
because of her questions about the pack.
The pack? The rest of the rats?
Yes.
You didn't leave because you had questions about the rest of them. Like outside of this group, the other ones?
No, the pack.
What pack? Does anyone know what Icky might be referring to? Pack us in a bunch of rats or pack us in a bag? Or pack us in a contract?
It sounds like there was not a consensus among what the cranium rat swarm wanted to do.
Hmm. Maybe he did not want to go with a
Yeah,
Naiad Queen.
yeah, perhaps didn't want to go, and then without realizing it, uh, became
Lonely.
30 IQ points lower.
Yeah,
Could you imagine, like, if you just walked away from people and you just became 30 IQ points dumber or something like that?
I'd be happier.
Ha ha, just like Reddit, am I right? Ha 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 ha.
Are you
Don't you know?
channeling the Titus life?
Intelligent people tend to be depressed
Just like,
and more solitary, which is strange.
but yeah, I don't know. Can we crudely communicate to get the meaning?
Well, Kuka's translating. So it's more like, I think, a sense motive on Kuka's part, right?
Probably, yeah. Which luckily he is okay at because rogues have stupid
Rogues, yeah.
perception.
They get legend. They're one of the few that get legendary. Investigators get legendary too, right?
Yep. Oh man, it is time for me, the GM, to put words in my player's mouth who is not here.
Yay.
Kuka says that he thinks the rat is having oh God, what's the word? God damn it. The thoughts that are have to do with your sense of self. Not
Self
nihilism.
actualization.
Oh, not.
Identity?
I
Individually.
keep thinking it's called like ennui or
Un-
ennui,
no,
Ennui?
ennui is like boredom and
or
listlessness.
like the listlessness aspect of it.
He's
So,
individuality.
so he had an
Yeah, exactly.
existential crisis.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Existential thoughts. My mind was slowly getting there by going to metaphysics.
Right. The sense of self is a problem. Not many animals can pass the test where they're like, "Oh, I recognize myself in the mirror." I imagine that's kind of jarring for a rat.
Especially not one that was previously in a hive mind.
Especially after losing so much intelligence. And now you're not a part of a hive, you are yourself. You don't know what to do with yourself.
He does not answer, but you get the feeling that is correct.
Well, that's the fun thing about being an individual. You find out things about yourself. I'm learning about myself a lot every day. I learned, for example, I like furry things. They're soft. Like you.
Garmrum like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
They're very comfy. I enjoy alcohol and the company of my friends, and I enjoy talking with people. And sometimes I don't even need to fuck them over. They're just nice to talk to when they're friendly. I didn't know that until recently. You will learn about yourself too. But you have to try.
How mad would you be if I changed the quest? The quest objective. You know
I
what?
wouldn't. I would be mad. Show me the new. Pop up the page again. Let's see what the is to find something that makes you feel
Oh, how mad would you be if I did this and then revealed this?
get revenge.
Oh my god!
Delete that one.
Get revenge on who?
What a whiplash!
Cure depression. Get revenge.
It's the 2 steps.
The 2 steps of self-actualization. Cure depression. Get revenge.
The best part is you can do it in any order you want.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, is that all you need to do? Kill people? We're here for it. We're working on that. Don't worry. That's it. That's what you want? Yeah, okay. That's see, it's easy to find motivation. I give him a pat.
It
Thank
will
you, Kuka.
probably take time. However, I will give you the pet feet now.
Yay! I'm going to see if we can buy him art materials. Maybe he likes making art.
Oh yeah, I should also put that under complete. How do I do that again?
He
Set as complete. There we go.
Da-da-da-da!
he starts drawing cranium rats and then drawing big red X's over them.
Oh, revenge on his other on the other rats. I thought he would be taking revenge on the kobolds.
They all became
'Cause, like-
simps.
Everything got out that quick.
Quick, play the trailer to hatred.
Those fucking simps left me.
No, like we escaped the cage real quick.
I can't believe that second fucking roll I did on a D12 was a 12.
Everyone.
Well, yeah. Like some of them were almost sure to die.
Nope, everyone survived.
It was
And
not
then they
nearly
became
as
simp.
No, good ending. Oh wait, simp ending.
Simp
was-
ending.
It
Ending
was
B.
definitely a good ending for all this shit that I had written down.
Yeah. Listen, the other rats had terrible endings. They were like wiped out, they were tormented. These ones, they went with someone who actually takes care of them and they're like happy. This
And
one just
now-
happened to want something different.
Now
And
you
now
know
we have
why
to kill them.
I didn't recognize any of the other ones.
Yeah. These are not from that group. It's quite different of you, Ichabod. We'll find you something. We'll buy him art supplies. I'll buy him a cheese tasting set.
Can you understand him now through the pet thing? I don't think so.
Don't think so. I get to pick like feats, right?
2 feet, yeah.
Between
pet
Two pet
Properties.
things.
amphibious, burrower, climber, dark vision, echolocation, fast flyer. Hiccup there. For a
Why
second.
would he fly?
Manual dexterity, scent, or tough?
First of all, tough. Why does I want him tough? Or do I have to pick rat? So he has rat properties, and he gets 2 of these, right?
Rats technically do not have burrow or swim by default,
Hmm.
so you can choose to give
Amphibious,
them those.
burrower,
They
climber,
also don't
dark
have climber
vision.
by default, surprisingly.
You know what? Dark vision. That's something he would have wanted after that.
You sure? Is there no way to give him a communication option?
No,
There
not
isn't.
not for pet.
Yeah. I think I give him tough and dark vision. Or actually, tough. I give him dark vision and fast because of his past, right? Of running and being in the dark.
That works, yeah.
So he moves 40 feet instead of 25. And has dark vision instead of low light vision. After accepting, I don't know, partnership, ownership, suddenly he runs faster and can see in the dark. I kind of whisper in his ear, "This contract is sealed."
This is just like when you go, is it called the Weave in Dragon Age Origins? Whenever you go into the Mage Tower,
I don't
The
remember.
fade.
the Fade, yeah. It's when you go into the Fade and
That's
then
a hairstyle.
you come out with like fucking 10 extra skill points for no reason.
Rad. You're a devil's pet. Of course you're gonna have special things. This one is also my pet. I show him like the little ink blot we had.
Between him and the Inkblot, you actually got a lot of extra options you can do now because he can do the actual things and then Inkblot can do the mental things.
Oh. Wait, what does he do? I have like him in character sheet?
Yeah. If you go
Oh.
to the the 5th district circuit court,
Mm-hmm.
he's in there
Abner,
and there's all
Alex,
his
Atlas character.
everything he
Oh,
has
there
is
is. Yeah.
9 and then stealth, acrobatics and perception are 14.
Not fucking bad. Delightful. Oh, because it goes off my charisma, right?
Let's find out. Um yeah. It's getting boosted by 4 because of your charisma.
Not by 5.
Do you have a stat that's at 10?
What?
Do you have a stat that's at a base 10?
Base 10?
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Do you have a +0 mod for anything?
Oh, yeah, intelligence.
Okay, yeah, but 9 is the base, and then charisma
Yeah.
increases at 214, so it is +5.
Yeah. My charisma is at +5 currently. But my intelligence is at 0. It was what he had to give up to leave hell.
That's very Cthulhu-esque, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
low
right.
intelligence character is the only person who doesn't suffer the sanity loss because they don't understand what happened.
What's good? That's a weird dog. That dog's sick. Look at the angle hounds. The hounds of Tindalos or whatever. Like the dog's sick. The dog needs to go to the vet.
Gotta
It's a
put it
weird
down, it's
dog.
got rabies.
His AC's 28.
Yeah, Atlas is 27.
Fucking rad. I can't talk to him. It's just so weird. I wonder if there's an item I can get him that lets him talk or lets him communicate with me.
Maybe
There
there
might
are
be.
items for familiars.
I'll look him up after session.
Get that speak with animals wand.
I
Yeah,
do got that.
Yeah, that does work.
This is also like all your money right now.
No, I already got it, and I have 300. Yeah, sorry, 300 left over.
We have the same amount of money now.
It lasts 8 hours, right?
Not bad.
1 hour, okay.
Not bad still.
Cunning animals are likely to be terse and evasive, while less intelligent ones often make inane comments. With fucking Larian certainly got that right in their speak with animals stuff.
I'm
The
sitting
squirrels that
here.
just attack you.
I was
Can
thinking of the
Garmer-
chicken in Divinity 2 that thinks it's
Oh,
a fucking dragon or whatever it is.
what the fuck?
The magic cockatiel?
Yeah.
Doesn't that end up going bad for it, if I remember
yeah.
right?
It could.
What happened to it?
Oh,
Well,
there's
if
a good
you-
ending for that? Okay.
Yeah, if you take care of Peeper a different way.
Interesting.
Wait, can Garmin actually use that wand? I thought
I
it was a
can't.
primal spell.
No, Garm can. I can
He can use it
with
on
trick
him.
magic.
Okay.
Right? It is target and not self, right?
Fucking should. Did I?
Uh-oh.
It actually doesn't say.
Is it touch or is it self?
It doesn't say.
How dare?
Yeah.
How dare?
Is it because they renamed Speak with Animals to something else?
Probably, yeah.
Speak. No. So it's the same. Speak with Animals. It's just me missing details on Foundry, so I guess I'm gonna go to Nethys. It's about time to stop anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Garmin's
Nethys,
just
it
gonna
says it's only 10 minutes.
Oh.
And it doesn't have targets. So I have no clue. It does say you speak with animals, though, so it may be self-only.
Yeah, you. It's a self only if it says you.
It's weird that it doesn't have a targets of self, though.
I do
Yeah.
I do wish to buy something worth 75 gold. The wand of the pampered pet,
And
which
what does that one
casts
do?
it casts pet cash, but it also does the here I'll post it. Not only does it do pet
Delicious
cash,
gourmet food.
yeah, it gives him delicious gourmet food. They massage him. They take care of him in there. How long does pet cash last? 8 hours. Yeah. Do they have one available?
Definitely.
I will purchase one. I'm trying to find like an item. They don't seem to have an item that's like lets them talk. There was an empathy charm. I thought that would be it, but nah. The empathy charm, um, Ichabod becomes my emotional support pet once per day. For now, empathy charm. Let's see. Not empathy charm. Fucking pampered pet wand.
Well, Mr. Gator, what do you got on your list now? You do technically have locations, but you don't know where they're at. And you have somebody to talk to, and you don't know where they're at.
Think. When you're talking about locations, you're talking about.
Where the rats were.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I'm not sure how to look that up other than Garmroom Canvas Town.
Yeah, I'll do that. And
No,
can oh
now that I think about it, actually, if I'm racking my brain, back when the town still had a Fey division, maybe we could ask former Detective Thorne about it.
that's true. She is a fae. Do you want to go ask Thorn while I go look for her around town, or vice versa?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds like a
I
great thing to do in 10 minutes before we end.
Yeah, let's go. What do you want me to roll?
It's normally charisma, but then if you have streetwise, you can do it with society, right?
Diplomacy, but then otherwise society with streetwise.
Yeah, let's see what feats I have. I have discreet inquiry, which is not really helpful here. It just makes it so I have my deception DC. This is if we don't want to be like
Yeah, they'd be like, I'm
found.
looking for a certain person that lives in the aqueducts. You
Yeah,
don't want
You
them to
know
know
what I
that it's a
mean.
fae.
yeah, if you know what I mean. She likes to be clean. Here's my diplomacy.
They say she's ever flowing, if you know what I'm talking about.
I still like folksy patter for halflings, where you can ask somebody something, and if they get offended, you just go, "Oh, well, in halfling land, that just means you look pretty." And then I guess they just go, "Oh, you stupid fucking halflings, get out of here."
They do the OU with the dog picture.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you a master at this, Garum? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
And you're the one going to. Why do I want to say lieutenant? Uh, you're going to Feyman, right?
Detective. Yeah.
Yeah, whichever one of those is the
Detective.
harder
There we
one.
go.
Yeah.
He can give you the records that they have on the Fae that live in both the Undercity and in the aqueducts. However, none of them were really a problem as much as the ones in the actual city. In
Right.
fact, since you got rid of the red cap and the lurker in the light, uh, basically everything around town has been okay in terms of the Fae, at least, because it's mostly stuff like Domovoy left that actually protect the houses and stuff.
They seem nice. Well, that's good to know.
I kind of figured that might be the case.
In the Undercity, there are a few more gremlin troublemakers, but they kind of deal with themselves down there, considering all of the toxic fumes and stuff that come out of there, and
Right.
the long falls into the aqueducts below. And in the aqueducts, there's quite a few aquatic fae down there that they know of. But it's mostly the Um, what were they called? Sea devils? Yes, it's mostly the sea devils that are the problems down there. Which, as you would guess, are not Fae.
Fair enough.
There is also. Let me see if I can get a better picture of this.
Also, how is he doing? Is his job is still intact? He's fine.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
He's moved on to other things and may have a large case coming up soon. That
Exciting.
is information he cannot part with.
Don't worry, just taps the side of his nose.
He does know of one that is normally a problem, but is not in this case, because there is a sea hag that lives down
Oh,
there,
okay.
but they appear to stay out of trouble for the most part.
We'll leave them be then.
And then Mr. Gator is checking in town, presumably in the aqueducts.
Or around the area there. 'Cause there was a pier and she wasn't there. She must have gone somewhere where she was needed or something.
Did he died? Is he still here?
Yeah, I'm
Gator,
here.
hi.
What's up?
You can give me a society for you. Mr. Gator, one of the inhabitants down here is willing to lead you directly to this naiad for a small administration fee of 15 gold.
Am I alone here? Or...
Did you bring anyone else with you?
I might have brought Abner along.
Good choice. He's good with money.
Yeah, thing, I guess, technically. That feels like extortion.
I was going to say, perhaps you could work your own, I'm going to air quote, charms on this.
I don't really. Oh, okay. Um, sure. I guess I can lean in and attempt to persuade the entity otherwise. Give him a stern lecture on the definition of highway robbery. Not the literal definition, but the more modernized use of it. Being very stern whilst doing so.
Give me
Intimidation.
intimidation or diplomacy, whichever one you're going with.
Probably, definitely, not probably, but definitely intimidation. That is.
He'll just be like, hey, all right. No need to get violent here. Can't blame a man for trying to get some extra cash, huh? I'm gonna go fishing down there anyway, so I may as well bring your soggy asses along.
Apparently, I was spooky enough.
Soggy
Yep.
asses.
Have you know I powdered mine? Thank you.
I live in a swamp. What kind of ass could I have besides soggy?
Muddy.
You don't think muddy doesn't get soggy?
It gets silty.
Would you like to borrow some powder, Gator?
Baby powder.
I'm gonna start my own gang and call them the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Is that like bikini bottom with soggy?
You know what the best part about that is, by the way? I could have sworn there was literally... Oh, there it is. I mean, I have to drag it onto somebody's sheet, so... Here you go, Abner. You can have some powder.
Oh, thank you.
Gunpowder?
Literally just powder.
For what? What kind of powder?
It's for tracking invisible things.
Oh.
Also, I don't appreciate the insinuation that I don't take care of my ass.
Wait, did they make a new one?
Very well taken care of.
Huh.
It's got an icon now.
My ass is bespoke thanks to my glamored armor. Give me the finest tailored suit.
Okay, get rid of this.
I thought there was
Right.
one for Ash too, but apparently not.
Did we get any more experience?
I'll give you 50. I think 50
Slowly
is enough
getting
to
there.
technically also have been giving you guys an extra inspiration point when it happened too, but oh well.
Oh well.
You still had extra,
Wait.
so.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the thing just popped up to annoy me.
Set to 1 for next time. What's the plan for next time?
Talk to the Naiad. Figure out what else we can learn. Try to convince Cranium Rat Swarm to testify.
Yeah, we're not rested yet, right?
No, same day.
Yep, same day. Right. I will catch you next time. Off to my next game.
Yep.
Fun.
Later.
Have fun and stay alive.
Thank you.
Hey, we'll try.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
And I guess I will put in the chat. Lead to Nide Queen next time on DPZ.